It was a really nice train. Look at this. It was a nice, beautiful train out here. Beautiful train out on the train tracks. Look at this view. Such a beautiful view. Beautiful view of the mountains. Got my little pajama equivalent thing. I've decided for the last few days, these are my like pajama equivalent. My loungy, comfy loungies, because I've been kind of wanting to do that. I don't know why. But, so, we were thinking about food stamps a long time ago. Do you remember food stamps a long time ago? And they actually looked like a little stamp that you put on the envelope. And then they got fancy. After they got fancy, the food stamps were like these really cool, like, golden ticket looking things. So food stamps became these really fun, cool tickets. And we were thinking about the old days when there was haw pennies, hay pennies, and I was talking about how I had a best friend back in the days of Little House on the Prairie type days back on Earth. So when Earth was kind of like Little House on the Prairie, I had a best friend, and she would call it a haw penny. We need to get all the haw pennies ready. When they were going shopping, they needed to get together all their haw pennies. But some people called them a hay penny or hay penny, haw pennies. Oh, man. And then we were talking about how cool it was that a man back in the old days was quite a wealthy, amazing man. By counting out his 27 cents. And back then they looked so hot. They looked so hot when they could fork out like 27 cents like it was nothing. Oh, it's so fun to think about the olden days. It's sad and tragic that we have lost God's country and they decided to murder the death of God instead of having good things. You know, but can't change the end of the world. The Bible knew there'd probably be an Antichrist. You know, you can't change the ways of things, but man, it is a tragic bummer. You know, you can't change people from treating you how they want. And that decides how God's go to court and decide to treat them. Like, life is a system. It's just a system of choice and reap what you sow and decisions, and like, sometimes it's just sad and tragic, you know, and you can't change anything, so you just learn to live in it and live with what you get in life, you know. It's what it is. A God told me that the lady got mad because I said one of the kids was good. So a God was like, we might have to go to court against Walmart, because of course they might fire you if the customer makes a federal case about how you call the one kid a good kid and not all three kids good kids. So we're planning to get every single God together and file a case that gods have a right to decide which kid or adult is good or bad, just like a preacher has a right to say good or bad in things. And you know, a preacher doesn't really know who's good or bad, but they do have a legal right to say it, because in the reality of the law, when you're a preacher, you have a right to act like good and bad is something you have a right to talk about. So now we have to get ready for this one, and we might have to trash Walmart, which is kind of hurts my soul, because it's, you know, made by Sam. So we might use the power of God to just eliminate a bad situation like that. I don't know. But of course, gods will go to court and take a chunk out of everyone, because no one has a right to stop me from being God. But they don't care about that. So then we always have to fight and fight and fight with this country now. Because the preacher can rape children all day and be in lawsuits forever, but I get a federal case for doing nothing wrong. Sometimes life really just sucks.